Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video on the Anfield Talk YouTube channel. Now, straight off the bat, before we get into things, please smash a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, turn on notifications because we're going to be bringing more shorter videos to the channel because the one I did yesterday seemed to go down really well. So it seems for more like updates and news sort of content. You guys might prefer shorter videos. So that's what we're going to do. The streams are still going to come as normal, but every now and again we're going to drop these shorter videos. So yeah, like I say, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And we're going to get straight into things. So today's video is going to be about Henderson, Fabinho, and Romeo Lavia, of course, and where we are at with those sort of players. And as you can see, first things first, Jordan Henderson, the former captain now of Liverpool Football Club, has trained with his new teammates in Al Atifak already. And this is interesting because at the time of recording this video at 5 to 5 on Wednesday night, it's not been confirmed by either club. However, I am expecting that to happen at some stage this evening because they filmed his departure video last night at Anfield, which was leaked. And yeah, you'd expect that to come this evening or tomorrow at the absolute latest. So there you can see Jordan Henderson has clearly completed his move. He is training with his new team. And yeah, this is all done now. We've got some clarity over the situation. And obviously, this is going to open a lot of conversation. It's going to open a lot of controversy, and rightfully so, by the way. But from a football sense, from a football perspective, he has been a brilliant captain for us on the pitch, off the pitch. Obviously, now people will say it's tainted, and I completely understand that. And in some ways, I kind of agree. But from a Liverpool fan that watched this guy lift all the trophies imaginable for us, every single major trophy, under Jurgen Klopp, and even the League Cup, he didn't lift it, but he was part of that squad in 2012. Just shows how much of a servant he's been at this club. And people will say, oh, we could have done it without him. There's big legends, Kenny Dalglish, Jurgen Klopp, big profiles within this club that would disagree with that statement, that have said how important Jordan Henderson's role was for this club. So yeah, whatever you think of him now as a human being, first of all, is completely fair, and that's up to you, whatever you do decide to think of him. But from a football sense, I think he's served this club very well over his time as the captain and since he came in 2011, 2012 sort of time. And yeah, we'll see what happens with him in Saudi Arabia. But Jordan Henderson has completed his move, you can see by that training picture. The next update I want to talk about is Fabinho. Now, there's been a lot of speculation over Fabinho over the last week or so. And in my last video yesterday, I did say that it wasn't to do with the dogs like David Ornstein reported. It was more of like a structure or financial sort of thing. We weren't exactly clear on what the situation was, but it did come out after I finished recording in the evening, or maybe even today, actually. Yeah, it was today that El Etihad can now register players again. And Paul Joyce has confirmed that the deal is still on, and that is exactly why. Because as you can see, if we quickly translate this tweet, so I'm assuming that means the club obtains a certificate of financial aptitude, which basically means they can sign players, they can register players, everything is all good for that to happen now, which is why Paul Joyce has confirmed that the deal is still expected to go through. And yeah, they are arguing over payment terms for his 40 million fee. So they're going to come to some sort of agreement, I believe. I don't think it's something that Liverpool are going to, pull the plug on because of a certain, sort of clause in the contract or the payment structure. I do believe that that deal will go through. It's too far gone, in my opinion, for it not to go through. Fabinho, it seems like his family have, bought into the idea of living in Saudi Arabia, and obviously the whole dog situation and moving his dogs over there. It looks like it's far gone. And, like I said in the last video, once you've told Jurgen Klopp your plans and your intentions to leave this football club, it's over for you. So even if this move didn't happen, I believe Fabinho would still be leaving the club this summer regardless. But let's get on to the main topic of discussion for this video, which is Romeo Lavia. Of course, we spoke about him yesterday. The first bid went in, and as Fabrizio Romano confirms, Liverpool are planning a formal bid for Romeo Lavia, and it is almost ready. Around 42.5 million guaranteed fee plus 2.5 add-ons, which takes it up to 45 million pounds. Now, the Chelsea bit at the bottom is interesting because you'd like to think that this is going to force our hand and speed things up a bit, similarly to when, Luis Diaz was looking to go to Tottenham, or Tottenham wanted him at least. we just said, yeah, you know what? Now's the time to go and slap that money down on the table and get our man. So hopefully similar things going to happen with Lavia. I'm not entirely sure what the Chelsea interest is. I've not seen Chelsea's side of things, but it looks like Lavia wants us. And, you know, that is the main thing. If we put that £45 million bid on the table, I personally think that Southampton will accept it. And like David Ornstein says, you know, David Ornstein pretty much these days, whatever he says tends to happen. And he says Liverpool set to return with an improved offer for Romeo Lavia, as Southampton rejected their £37 million opening bid as they seek £50 million package. High chance this deal gets done, although Chelsea retain firm interest. So another journalist, another very big journalist that is also confirming Chelsea's interest. But David Ornstein has also said that there is a high chance that this deal gets done now. So that is obviously his opinion on this whole situation, and from whatever he has heard about it, he believes that Liverpool are likely to get him in, which is brilliant in my opinion. You know, you're going to get people that are a bit cautious about the experience side of things, and I completely understand that. You know, losing Fabinho and Henderson to use Bajcetic and Lavia as the DMs, I completely understand why people would be a bit cautious. But on the other hand of that, you know, we've got legs now, we've got energy, we've got raw talent, we've got players that can, I know this sounds crazy, but actually run. We've got players that aren't afraid to throw themselves into challenges. I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air seeing them next season. And obviously, some games, you know, you might think, okay, we could probably do with a bit more experience there. But in terms of moving on and progressing and looking for the future, Romeo Lavia is a top player, guys, and I'm really excited to see him play for us when he signs or if he signs. You know, we still got to be somewhat cautious at the minute, even though I think we all believe he is going to sign in the next day or two. But yeah, I think he's a brilliant player, a top player, and it's one that could be potentially world class for us in the future. And like Paul Joyce says, here we are, the main man for all Liverpool news. That Liverpool will make an improved bid for Southampton's Romeo Lavia after seeing an initial offer rejected for the Belgian midfielder. And if you needed any confirmation, if you still don't trust Fabrizio, or if you still don't trust David Ornstein for whatever reason, this is the man to listen to, Paul Joyce, who also confirms that, you know, we are after him, which is big because I said yesterday, as soon as that first bid was rejected and they said it was an opening bid, it was crystal clear to me that we were going to go in with a second bid pretty soon. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if that bid goes in tonight. It's currently just gone 5 o'clock UK time. So, there's still a bit more time for some news to come out tonight. But if not, I'm hoping it will be tomorrow. And let's see if we can get this done in time for Romeo Lavia to join up with the boys in Singapore. Another journalist who actually gave us a bit of an exclusive a few weeks back at the start of July, Sasha, told us that Liverpool are going to bid for Lavia in a few weeks, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. And he says that we're now trying to close the deal on a £45 million bid. The aim is to get the player at Singapore with the squad. And Sasha, you know, is a great journalist, and people will still be apprehensive over what he has to say. But if you actually go on Romeo Lavia's Twitter and you click on his likes and you scroll down, the player himself has actually liked tweets from Sasha. So that kind of tells me that Sasha is getting his information from a very top source close to the player, and that Lavia, you know, is close to this journalist sort of thing. So, like I said yesterday, I would trust Sasha on, you know, the Lavia transfer all day long. Whatever he has to say about it, I will be listening. And then David Lynch finally says that it's likely that things will move fairly quickly regarding Lavia at this point. It's probable Jurgen Klopp would love to have Lavia on the plane out to Singapore on Thursday. So you do the maths, guys. Tomorrow is Wednesday. All these journalists are saying that Jurgen wants him in Singapore. Is this going to happen tomorrow? Do you think this is going to get wrapped up? You know, as quick as that, really. You know, we get the bid, we get the confirmation of the bid from David Ornstein 6 hours ago. Is this going to be like Szoboszlai? Is this going to be wrapped up within another 24 hours? Let me know in the comments how you see this panning out. Are you worried about Chelsea's interest? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Henderson and the Fabinho news as well. So make sure you smash a like on this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash the notification bell, and I will see you next time.